Okay, good evening, everyone. So, hi, everyone. This is Borwen here, co-founder of Ultimate Investing. So, just to make sure that you can actually hear me, if you can hear me, can you just type in me, M-E, inside the chat? Okay, if you can hear me, can you just type in M-E inside the chat? And of course, I just want to know how many of you over here are from Singapore. Okay, don't forget, if you are from Singapore, you must give me a thumbs up. If you are from Malaysia, you must give me a heart shape. If you're from other parts of the country, you can give me the angry face. Okay, let me see how many angry faces are there today. Hello, Pei Li. Hi, how are you? Great. Let me know who is here. Yeah, Damien, Esmond. Hello. Wow. All the familiar names. Yeah. I realized that most of you are our insider, so actually I should just do it for insider lah. Okay, just to do a quick check, because I don't want to assume if you are an insider, okay, can you just type in INS? If you are not our insider, okay, if you have not attended any of our program before, okay, again, don't worry, okay, if you have not attended, you can type in 000. So if you're our insider, can you just type in INS? If you have not attended any program or online courses from Ultimate Investing, you can just type in 000. Just for me to have a feel of how many of you here are insiders and how many of you here are new. Maybe you have been following us on Telegram, or maybe you get to know this Market Watch from YouTube. Okay, because one thing that is happening right now is that, I've been doing this for almost about 3 months. Okay, so I know that there are actually some people that actually came in through Facebook. Some of you actually came in through YouTube. Okay, our YouTube live as well. So I just want to get understanding of, where are you guys from? Okay, wow. Okay, Esmond, special case. Okay, but anyway, the rest are all 00. The rest are all INS. Oh, interesting. Yeah. So I think really I can just do this for insider. Yeah, Esmond just joined our insider, then settle already. New insider. Okay. That's great. All right. So anyway, for today, I think y'all know the topic for today is literally ask me anything. Okay, ask me anything. Okay, but of course, okay, before I go to this ask me anything, I still have my disclaimer. Okay, so technically today very good, no slide, but also very dangerous because no slide means I can show anything. Okay, so as usual, I know a lot of you will want to know, what are some of the trades, whether can go in, cannot go in, can buy, cannot buy. Okay, so don't worry, later you can ask me. I will still go through any of the stocks that you want me to actually run through, whether is it based on fundamental, looking at the company financial, or whether is it based on the chart. Okay, and of course, we also want to look at the market direction for next week. I think this is also something that we will be kind of looking forward to. Right. But having said that, okay, like I said, any companies or anything that I shared today, just to do a quick disclaimer, that is purely based on my personal, experience and my personal view. So make sure that you actually do your own due diligence before you actually invest in any of the investment or product or in the stocks and share. All right, so anyway, the Q&A technically start anytime. Okay, so if you have any question or is there any particular angle that you want me to go through, you can already start to put it into the chat. Okay, so as usual, by right, okay, just to share with all of you, in case you are wondering, okay, by right, this market watch is half an hour. By right, okay. So when we first started, okay, market watch is half an hour. So usually the first segment is very short, maybe 10 minutes, I share something new, and then I share about the market update, okay, and then some opportunity, that's it, half an hour. But then I realized that as I've been doing this, okay, every time I learn something new or every time I have any new information, I always wanted to share. So as a result, I realized that my market watch always tend to be more than 1 hour. Okay, more than 1 hour. So at the same time, I think because we are starting this at 9 p.m. So I also do not want to drag too long. Okay, because I know some of you next day you are also still you still have to work, right? So I think half an hour is pretty much a good timing. So today let's aim to keep to half an hour. Okay, let's aim to keep to half an hour. By left. Yeah. So anyway, if you have any question, right, please type it in. Okay, so that I get to see all of your questions. And I actually see that, okay, I think most of you are actually from Singapore. Okay, most of you are from Singapore, except for Damien from Malaysia. And so far, no angry face lah. Okay, means that there's nobody from overseas. Okay, nobody from overseas. Yeah. So anyway, thanks for all the like from Chu Xiang, Stephen, Quenston, Albert, Thomas, Daniel, Eileen, Fong. Okay, yeah. Okay, the other 5, sorry, I can't really see. But yeah, thanks for all the like and all the love. Okay, first question. Very, very good question. Coming from Bonnie. Bowen, do you trade Forex? For me, Forex is something that I have never done before. Okay, I have never done before. But in the past, yes, I did have some reading on Forex. And I think one of the things when it comes to Forex, people will tell you that the good thing about Forex is you can trade 24/7. Anytime you want to trade Forex, you can trade lah. And a lot of the times when it comes to Forex, we do day trading, okay, which means that you actually buy and sell within a single day. So for those of you who are looking for, this kind of daily profits, so Forex is always something that is very common. And I think, Forex is definitely a huge market. But personally, why I have been staying away from Forex is because when I first started investing, or rather when I first learned about investing, it is actually through this method called value investing. Okay, value investing. For those of you who have heard of value investing, can you type in VI? Right, so the whole idea of value investing is we want to buy a good company, we want to buy at a sensible price. Okay, so this is the 2 main component. So why again do we want to buy a company? And the whole idea about investing in the stock market, okay, it is that when the company do well in the long run, naturally the share price will increase in value. So this is something that before I actually learned from a mentor, okay, I always kind of have this idea that the stock market happy go up. Like when people buy, it goes up. When people sell, it goes down. So it's based on psychology. Until I really understand that, hey, no, actually the stock market is made out of businesses, real businesses, like McDonald's. Is there a real McDonald's? The answer is yes. Okay, it's made out of real businesses. And you realize one thing, as the business grow, naturally the value of the company will grow, and that is reflected by the share price. So we from a value investing point of view, we don't really look at it as this is, the price goes up, I make money, but rather I want to invest in a business that will do well in the long run. And when the company do well, I am an investor. I am, one of the shareholder. Technically, I'm one of the shareholder of the company. I will also reap the reward, okay, when the share price increase in value. Then one thing that when I look at Forex, right, you have to understand that Forex is really based on number, okay? Or rather, Forex, you have to look at the country, how strong the country is. So when a country strengthen, okay, they become stronger. What happened to the currency? The currency become larger. Okay, so the currency increase in value. And as a country starts weakening, okay, the currency will actually reduce in value. But again, you have to understand that there are also a lot of factors that will affect, in terms of the pricing. So if the government actually release a lot of funds, like liquidity into the market, that would actually also reduce the value, even though the country might be actually strengthening. But because of the policy, it could also have certain effect on the currency. So one thing I realized that when it comes to Forex, you have to first understand the economy. You have to understand the macro view. Okay. And if you do Forex, a lot of times we do a lot of technical analysis. So pretty much I would say 80% or 70% depends on a lot on your technical skill. Okay. How you look at chart. And again, I'm not saying that I'm bad at chart, but I used to do value investing. Technical chart is something that I started doing only about 1 or 2 years back, right? So that is why I think up till now, I have not went into it, and I don't see myself going into Forex. Okay, so I hope I answer your question. If I did answer your question, can you just type in 888 for Bonnie? Only for Bonnie. Okay, so next is, which platform is the safest to trade crypto? Because recently MAS announced Binance is also not regulated by them. Wow, this one are actually very good question, because I mean, I've seen a lot of people talking about it, but I personally haven't really go through and I'm not sure exactly what happened. But based on what I've read, okay, it is actually the Singapore one, Binance.sg. It is not regulated. I'm not sure about the US one. Is it okay? But anyway, if there is any crypto expert over here, Maybe you can share your view. Okay. In my network, I do have quite a few crypto experts. So I think maybe for Esmond, this one, you let me go and check it out. Maybe next week. Okay, I update you. Or maybe next week I invite a crypto expert to come and share their view lah. Because I think they are constantly monitoring it. It will always be better to come from them rather than from me. I'm just guessing, at least for the crypto side. Oh my, someone used your name. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. So that was what you were asking. Okay. Anyway, thanks for pointing it out, Bonnie. Okay, so just to let everybody know, recently there have been a lot of scammer using my name. So if I message you on Facebook, definitely is fake lah. Okay, because I don't. Okay, not say I don't lah, but literally I seldom message people on Facebook or through Facebook Messenger. Okay, so if you receive a message from me telling you about some new product, okay, unless it's a live session like this, okay, then you can trust me, okay. Unless the scammer is so good that they can actually use AI to create my appearance, but I don't think they will do it. At least for now, the ROI, I don't think it's that great for them. There's a lot of other people that probably they can do that lah. Okay, but other than a live show like that, whereby if I were to share any product with you, okay, when it comes to Facebook Messenger, please do not trust them lah. Literally, it's scam. So help me to block them, help me to report them to Facebook or any other platform, right? Must be from Kenzie. Okay, I don't know. Okay, let me see. Next question. Lucid dropped 10%. Opportunity to buy on current dip. This is coming from Jackson. Okay, so first of all, let's take a look at the fundamental of Lucid. If I am not wrong, this is a relatively new IPO. Okay, this is a relatively new IPO. So allow me to just share my screen. So for those of you who are new, maybe it's also good that I can share with all of you how to look at the financial. So first of all, you can just go to our good friend Google, type in the company name, followed by a space, and then type in Morningstar. So in this case, we are going to look for Lucid space Morningstar. So click on the first one and you wait. Okay, so after you come to this first page, what you want to do is click on the one in the middle. There's this thing called key ratio. Allow me to just zoom in. Key ratio. Click on it. And then wait for a while. Click on full key ratio data. Okay, just gotta wait a little while. Let it load. Okay, yeah, hold on. Let me just do a refresh. Okay, yeah, internet issue. But anyway, yeah, let's just wait for a while. Let this thing load. Normally, it's not that slow. See, the rest is able to load. Okay, let me just zoom out. Okay, if you're not able to see from here, maybe we'll try another way, which is Lucid Morningstar key ratio. Let's see if we can get it through here. Okay, it's the same. Let me just do it. Okay, if we can't, maybe later, then we do give it a try. It could also be the platform. They might be doing some maintenance or things like that. Seems like the numbers are not loading. Okay, yeah, you can see that seems like the number are not loading. At least for Lucid Group. Let me take a look at some other stock to make sure that this is not across. Okay, I think some of you are asking about Apple, so maybe I will just go to Apple. Right, so this is how we usually do it. We click on key ratio. We click on the one in the middle. Y'all can see full key ratio data. Yeah, so I think there's some issue with a Lucid. Maybe there's some issue collecting the data from this website lah. So maybe later we just look at some other website. Okay, but in short, what are some of the things that I'll be looking out for is basically number one, things like revenue. Is the revenue growing? Let me just zoom in. Right, is the revenue growing? Is the earnings per share growing? That means how much money are they making based on per share? Is it growing? So remember, we are always looking for companies that are number one, profitable. Number two, they are growing company. Right, and then we want to also make sure that the cash flow is healthy lah. So that's where you can actually look at the free cash flow. Is it positive or not? Okay, is it positive? So you can see for Apple, everything, all the numbers are actually pretty decent. Okay, pretty decent. So very quickly, let me just take a look at okay, Lucid EPS. Maybe I'll use another website to take a look. Let's see if I can find it. Let's see if I can find it. Yeah, it seems like there's an issue collecting data from Lucid lah. Okay, you can see that even for NASDAQ, the data is not available. Okay, so maybe later we will go through that. I'm not sure exactly what happened to Lucid lah. But based on my understanding of Lucid, definitely the financial for Lucid is definitely very, very bad lah, because they are kind of like a startup electric vehicle. And usually at this current phase, right, they are literally burning a lot of money. And many, many times, at least for Lucid, I think it is, as compared to company like Tesla and some of the other EV company, at least they have already proven that, you know, a few things to think on. Number one, do they have consistent sales? Is the sales growing? Okay, at least consistently. Okay, because they are so new. So if at the start they are already not growing, well, it means that something is wrong with their branding. So at least for a start, their company must grow. Okay, the company must grow. And then the second thing is in terms of their manufacturing cost. Because end of the day, you have to understand that in the long run, this company must be profitable. But this kind of new EV company, sometimes, right, they never plan for the long game. They never plan for the long term. To them, it's like, okay, maybe let's just create a very, very sexy car. Maybe we just sell a couple of thousand. We have a very nice valuation, and then we just take profit. And, you know, from a management, they could also be coming from this angle, okay, just to get money from the stock market. Right? In that case, it's very dangerous. So that's why we want to make sure that in the long run, the manufacturing cost is definitely very much manageable. And you know, they should have plans like maybe in 2 to 3 years, the company should turn profitable. All right. So at least for Lucid, I would say based on track record, they're still very new. So it's a little bit hard for us to have any take on it, at least from a fundamental perspective. Yeah. So just to take note, like I said, back to the scammer, yeah, basically they copy all my photos and everything. So very, very dangerous. Any thoughts on Apple share? Will it still go up? This kind of question is a bit $1 million question, okay? But I love this kind of question. So let's take a look at Apple. Okay, so you can see previously when I draw Apple, okay, let's just zoom out a little bit. You can see the Apple, over the long term, it has been going up. It has been going up, going up, going up, okay? So one thing to know that the trend is still going up. You look at the red line, okay? You can see that the red line is still pointing upwards. Right, so previously this is the very strong resistance, but as you can see, the price hit this area, it comes down, it goes up, comes down, goes up, comes down. So the price has actually consolidated for quite some time. Let's take a look. You can see over here, just to share with you, this is August 2020, September 2020. Okay, and based on here is almost like July 2021. That is close to a year. So for almost a year, about 10 months, this stock has been going sideways, which is actually a normal sign because a stock can't go up forever. So it is always good for the stock to have a little bit of consolidation so that, okay, the earnings of the business can actually catch up with the valuation. Okay, I repeat, so that the earnings of the company can catch up with the valuation. And as you can see over here, we are just at the start of this new upside. We are just at the start, literally at the start. So if you ask me this question, any thoughts on Apple share, will it still go up? My answer is definitely a yes lah. Okay, definitely a yes lah. So I just want you to imagine now, okay, it's almost like, let me try to see if I have any example that I can actually share with you. Okay, something like this area. I just use this area as an example lah. Okay, as an example. Okay, so you can see that previously this is the resistance. Actually, this is a little bit different because this is in year 2018. 18. Okay, but anyway, like you can say, the stock, it went to this new high, and then it start to come down, then ding dong, ding dong, ding dong. Finally, okay, it starts to go above. And what happens is that right now we are somewhere around here lah. So if you ask me, is that upside? The answer is yes. Okay, but again, like I say, if you hold long enough, wow, see, this one is always a very strong. This is a strong resistance, but after that it becomes a strong support. So after it comes down, then it starts to go back up. So if you were to draw another line, you can actually draw all the new high lah at this line. So you can see this is again all-time high. Every time the stock goes to all-time high. So you can see by right, once the stock goes all-time high, okay, assuming that the company actually has been performing really, really well, actually the stock can chunk quite a fair bit. Especially when you see Apple, they have been consolidating for about 10 months, right? Okay, I do see that actually the energy from this upside, right, should be pretty strong. All right, so definitely I do. In fact, I'm also still holding on to my Apple share lah. So yeah, that's my personal view. Will Etsy and ARKK go higher since it start going up next week? Let's take a look. Etsy. Okay, very, very good. Okay, so Etsy, you can see that it has been going up. And then there is a mini correction over here, but it was very much supported at the red color line. Okay, so if you ask me, can it go up or not? I would say the answer is yes lah. But one thing to take note is that, okay, this is the resistance area. Can you see? So what do I mean by resistance? Some of you might not understand this particular term, right? Okay, so just to actually share with you, okay, yeah, very, very funny. I realized that I miss a question. so Spice, don't be angry. Later I come back to your question. Okay, but thanks for letting me know. So I want you to imagine, okay, let's say you bought into Etsy over here at about $230 lah. So you can see the share price. Okay, actually the share price is $230. So after you buy, right, what happened? Wow, the price start to drop. So you lose money. You lose money. For 1 month, for 2 months, for 3 months, for 4 months, for 5 months, you are still losing money. 6 months, 7 months, 8 months. Finally, okay, 9 months down the road, the stock go back to your original price. What would you do? Okay, I can tell you that most of you, right, would actually sell away and just cut loss. I mean, rather not say cut loss, but you will sell once you break even. Okay, once you break even, because you have been losing money on this stock for such a long time. There is a lot of built-up pressure that force people to sell. So that is why, like I said, all the all-time high, right, okay, it has a very strong selling pressure over there. So like I said, since we are now very close to this line, there is a high tendency that it could start to come down. Like I said, nothing is stopping this stock from continue to ding dong for another 3-4 months, even 6 months to a year. Okay, so again, when should we enter? Okay, for those of you who have been following us, okay, you want to enter when it goes above the yellow line. Okay, once it reaches the orange color zone, okay, the brown color zone. Okay, once it reaches the brown color zone or the yellow color area, I would actually enter only when it goes above my resistance. So this is just something to take note. So at least for now, I will not go in. ARKK, okay, so as you can see, ARKK, not bad. I kind of love the chart. So for me, like I said, you can see right now, it's kind of like ding dong sideways, right? So it could also continue to go sideways. Okay, so if I were to trade this stock, I would actually go for more of a short-term trade. I think for those of you who have been following me for last week, okay, last week I mentioned that right now, actually my focus 70% is on short-term trade. So same for ARK, okay. If you ask me, I would actually go in when it reaches the bottom yellow line, and then I will sell away when it reaches the top. This would be my investment game plan, at least for now, at least based on this particular stock. All right, I will not hold for a long term. Okay, next, Jackson mentioned that pretty new EV, going to be strong competitor. Yeah, but again, like I said, it's very new. This is for Lucid. So something to take note. Okay, Spice, sorry, back to your question. For TA, what indicator is useful/helpful? Okay, for TA, like I said, personally, I don't use a lot of fanciful. Okay, I always like to use fanciful indicators. As you can see, I have pretty much been only using one, moving average, two, support resistance, and three, nothing else lah. Actually, for me, I pretty much I only look at these two plus a little bit of price action. So what is price action? Price action means looking at all this candle. Okay, all this candle, all this pattern. There's a certain pattern to it, and every pattern has a certain buying behavior and selling behavior. So pretty much these are the three things. Maybe you can just help me to type it in for those of you who have caught what I mentioned. Number one is the moving average. Number two is the support resistance. Number three is the price action. Price action. Personally, for me, I don't really look at RSI lah. I mean, at least I don't look at it alone. Okay, I do have strategy which we combine with some other indicators. But you know, some of my students they use it more. Personally, I at least for me, I seldom look at it. I seldom look at it. Again, like I said, this is just my personal view. Okay, yeah, I hope I've answered your question. Do you see Tesla could be going up? I don't know that, honestly. So let's take a look at the chart because, yeah, right now I trust the chart more than anything else. Okay. Yes. So you can see that, okay, for Tesla, the good thing is right now it is above, okay, it is above the yellow line. So it is already in the yellow zone. So if nothing goes wrong, okay, this could be your potential upside for Tesla. Let me just draw again. This would probably be your upside for Tesla, you know, at least to the previous all-time high. Okay. So I can tell you that for those of you who bought at 2021, $800, $900, wow, when Tesla go back to that price, I tell you a lot of people will sell. Even though right now they will tell you that, well, I hold Tesla for 2 years, I hold Tesla for 5 years, 10 years, 20 years. Okay, but then when it comes to when the price goes higher, right, and then suddenly a lot of people like Borwen will tell you that, hey, market is going to crash, market is going to crash, market is going to crash. Then you'll be like, hey, then I better sell off first so that it crash. At least my damage won't be that bad. Okay, so I can tell you people like me, very thick one, we are there to influence your decision. Okay, so that's why I say don't trust me too much. Trust your own game plan. But at least for me, like I said, depending on what is really your investment horizon for Tesla. If you are here for short term, I do see that there's a potential entry, at least for the short term. If you are here for long term, then I think it's also okay. It's also okay. Yeah, but make sure that at least for Tesla, if you're going long term, I would say that this is really a company that you can at least hold for 5 years or more. Okay, 5 years or more. I think just today, Elon Musk actually did mention that the 3,000 price target that Katie Wood actually set. Elon Musk actually said that, yeah, I think this is very, very doable if everything goes well. Okay, if everything goes well. But you have to understand that even when things doesn't go as well, okay, I would say that it will still be like $2,000 over at the minimum But again, it will take years which is still okay I mean, 700 to 2,000 is like 3 times. You put your money in the bank for 100 years, I don't think it will grow 3 times, right? Yeah. How about Hong Kong stock, Tencent and Amazon? Okay, so basically my take for China stock, again, same thing. I've been repeating every week. If you have not entered, you want to go in, okay go in small amount. If you already entered, then don't go in anymore. Okay, if you already have some position in China stock, don't go in anymore. That's my personal take. I mean, end of the day, regulatory risk is something that nobody can really predict. Okay, can really predict. So there's always this risk. So the best way to reduce this risk is, mitigation. Okay, that means portfolio size. That means you don't put all the risk into this area. I mean, there's so many other stocks that you can actually go to. So if you already invested, leave it there. If you have not, you want to go in, you feel that there's an opportunity. I think, yeah, definitely I do see that there's an opportunity right now based on the current price. Yeah. So portfolio sizing. Yeah, this one I have answered. Okay, moving average, how many days? Okay, the one that I use, you can actually see. I use 20, 50, 200. Okay, why I use 20, 50, 200? Because everybody is using it. That's my answer. Everybody is using it. I like to use the thing that everybody is looking at. Okay, I mean, to make it actually more fanciful, I can actually come up with 20.1, 49.9, and 198. Then people ask me, why you use this number? Secret. Okay, but no lah. Actually, actually, why I like to use what a lot of people are using is because, when everybody look at the same thing, right? Everybody do the same action, then it will create a certain effect. It will create a certain effect. So for example, let's say I use this as example lah. My EMA 200 is this particular line. So for me, right, okay, I know that when the stock reaches this red line, it is a buying signal. But remember, it is not just me that see this signal. A lot of other trader and investor are also looking at exactly the same thing. So to them, it is also a buy signal. So when everybody see the same signal, everybody go and buy. Again, it is like a self-fulfilling effect lah. Okay, yeah, when everybody see the same thing, everybody do the same thing, naturally, there's a higher tendency that this will go up. Correct or not? Does it make sense? Okay, so sometimes when it comes to investing, if you do something different, right, doesn't mean that you're better. It just means that you anyhow lah. Okay, do what other people are doing. That's okay one. Yeah, thanks Daniel for helping us to post this. Okay, so for those of you who didn't catch, basically these are the 3 TA that I use a lot lah. MA, moving average, support resistance, and price action. Okay, great. So now can call Tesla, cannot call or sell put at a lower price for PB. Okay, this one maybe you need to explain a little bit. But anyway, sell put for Tesla is not cheap. It's not cheap. So this is something that you have to take note lah. If you don't have 70,000 in your account, please do not sell Tesla. Even if you have 70,000 in your account, I also don't recommend you to do for Tesla. And to do sell put for Tesla lah, unless you have 700,000, then I got nothing to say. Okay, other than that, yeah, go for other stocks lah. Go for other stocks. Great question. Will Adobe still go up? Oh, this kind of question really challenging, but I like it. Okay. The answer is yes and no. I think yes, possibly. It could possibly go up more. Okay. But at the same time, I can say that it could anytime come down. So again, this kind, when there's no entry, to me is 50-50 lah. I can continue to ride the trend so that if it continues to go up, it's good for me lah. Okay, but again, you have to understand that at any point of time, there's a tendency that it will come down. Especially, okay, since we are on the topic, if you want to be a little bit more precise, okay, a candle like this, okay, a candle like this. Okay, this one, this candle, sorry, just this candle alone, this one only. You have to take note, you have to take note. So again, these are bonus. Okay, I think today's session not bad lah. Okay, so I get to share a lot of new things also. You all get to learn new things also. So for this candle, how do you interpret it? Let me explain it for you. Okay, so what happened is that when you see a green bar, it means that the stock, when it opened, it is at the lower side. Okay, it is at the lower end of the square. So the stock started over here when the market opened. It goes up. People start buying, bam, over here. Wow. Suddenly, everybody starts selling. Okay, so one thing to take note. Okay, again, what does this one candle tell you, right? Okay, number one, there are selling pressure. Okay, there are selling pressure in this particular day, on this particular day. You can see that the price tried to go up. Okay, in fact, it went up lah. But at this particular point, right, all the sellers starts to come in already. So very importantly, when you see a candle like this, the next candle is very, very important. Okay, very, very important. Very, very important. So if the next day is a red candle, what does it mean? It means that the seller continue to sell more. So when you have like when a seller comes in and the next day you see more seller coming in, then it could actually add on to even more selling pressure subsequently. Okay, it could add on to even more selling pressure subsequently. But again, for me, I also don't just simply look at this lah, because why? There are a lot of signal lah. If you look so detailed at every single candle, I tell you cannot sleep lah. Okay, so at least for me, based on the overall, I will say that there's no entry, so I will not go in. That's as simple as that lah. The Borwen effect. Yeah, I hope that one day our market watch can move market lah. I hope lah, okay. But for that to happen, okay, for Market Watch to be able to be super profitable and everybody work together, I think we need like 9,500 viewer. Okay, we need 9,500 viewer. Right now, only 95. So we are still shorting of about 99%. Okay, so in order to help me to grow and so that everybody can work together, okay, help me to share this video out so more people can benefit from it. All right. Okay, yes. Jackson, okay, this one is the joke that I mentioned earlier on. Okay, Elin, ESTC and JD, please. Okay, let me see. Okay, good. Okay, let's take a look. Wow, very, very interesting. Okay, so Elastic. Actually, yeah, I wanted to invite some of you to share because I think some of you already expert. You listen to me long enough. You all become expert already. Okay, so yeah, you can see this is the very strong resist. This is the resistance, or rather, this is the all-time high lah. Can you see this is the all-time high? So, like I said, do you want to buy over here? The answer is no, because like I said, the selling pressure could be strong. So the next day could be all the way down. So again, you want to wait for confirmation. Okay, you want to wait for it to go above, then you go in. So is there a chance or not? I think got chance lah. Why? Because you can see that the candle here is very, very strong lah. So what happens is that usually when it comes to the resistance area, the buying need to be even much stronger than normal day in order for it to actually go to the all-time high. All right. So let's see if the buyer can continue to chong upwards lah. Okay, if the buyer continue to chong upwards, then we could be looking at even more upside. But it could also come down. So the next candle, this one also next candle very important. Okay, next candle very important. JD, okay, this one actually based on chart is definitely yes lah, but my view is exactly the same. This is a China stock, so if you have position, then don't go in. If you know position, yes, I think this is a good entry to go in for JD.com. How would you look at USANA and UMC? Let's take a look at USANA first lah. Okay, USANA, this is a MLM company, right? So let's take a look at the history of USANA. Wow, very, very interesting. Let's look at the history. You can see that, wow, actually not bad. You can see USANA, wow, 10 years ago, it was like $20 over. If you bought 10 years ago, now you happy lah. Grow 5 times. Okay, but anyway, this is not the highest point. Okay, the highest point was about 135. Then it has since came down since 2018. And then now it's like slowly climbing back up. Okay, slowly climbing back up. So if I were to just draw a line, okay, I would say that this particular stock is kind of moving in a certain trend. Okay, yeah. So please do ignore my bottom line. I just wanted to show that it's it's kind of trading in an upward trending position. Yep. So is it a good time to enter? Okay, personally for this, I personally don't really like to trade in an uptrend stock lah. Okay, I don't like to trade in an uptrend stock because, like I said, how you draw the line, I can tell you, 10% draw this line, right? 10%, the line will be different. Okay, okay. So everybody draw will be different. Some they draw a bit, some they draw here, some they draw like that, some they draw like that. So everybody draw differently. Okay, so that's why for me, this kind is not obvious one, not obvious. So if it's not obvious, if based on TA, I personally will not go in. But I think it is also worth taking a look based on the fundamental. I think I've been looking a lot at the technical. So maybe it's good time for me to balance with a bit of a fundamental. So here's some of the quick fact for USANA Health. I think a lot of people will say, wow, this one MLM company. But I can tell you that actually MLM company, right, they're actually very profitable. Actually, I don't see anything wrong with the business model. I think it's just a way of marketing. And if it works for the company, then it's good. All right. So you can see for USANA, revenue, is it growing? Well, not bad. You can see for the past 10 years, every year increase one. Every year increase. Okay. Earnings per share, is it increasing also? Also increasing. So quite congruent. Quite congruent. Okay, so both also increasing. Next, we look at the cash flow. Okay, cash flow, is it consistently positive? The answer is also yes. Okay, so so far, revenue growing, earnings growing, cash flow is also healthy. Okay, let's look at the profitability. Okay, one thing that I look at for net margin, as much as possible, aim for more than 10%. Okay, so that the company, in terms of how much they can actually make from every sales, how much they can convert to profit. Okay, anything above 10% is pretty decent. So this is like 11%, which is pretty amazing. Okay, so quite okay. I would say this is also a pass. Okay, next we want to look at the debt level. Okay, I think very importantly is also to look at the debt. Oh my god, oh my god. Okay, yeah, let me just take a look. Wow, actually this company pretty fantastic. You can see that there's a dash, in case y'all cannot see lah. Dash, 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 dash means that there is no debt. Okay, zero debt. Zero debt. Okay, so I think fundamentally this is a fantastic company, USANA. Let's take a look at the valuation. Okay, so we know that this is pretty much a good company. Let's see whether is it expensive or cheap. Okay, let's see whether is it expensive or cheap. And how do you do that? Okay, I'll just show you this very simple hack. We use comparison. Okay, comparison. You can actually see that for the past 5 years, the PE ratio, which kind of will tell us whether this is expensive or cheap. Okay, the average is 20. So right now it's 15. So anyway, just to let you know, this number, right, the lower the better. The lower the better. Okay, so if you can see right now, it's actually lower than the 5-year average. I would say that it is considered undervalue. Can everybody just type in undervalue, undervalue? All right, kind of undervalue. So now that you understand this is a pretty solid company in terms of valuation is undervalue. And then now we look back at this particular chart. Okay, I think if you're looking at, a relatively midterm, I think for this company, I think it's pretty decent. It is a good pricing to enter, and it is still going uptrend. It is still going uptrend. All right. So based on all these three combined, I think yes, if you want to buy it and hold it for a period of time, I think this is a pretty decent investment to look at. Okay, is it the best time? Okay, like I said, based on this, I can't really tell you if this is the best time or not. All right. So that's pretty much my take on USANA. Very quickly, I'll just go to UMC. This one go to the moon one. Okay, wow. This one really go to the moon. Okay. Yeah. Very, very interesting. You can see that for UMC, right? Okay. Actually, I will probably put it slightly higher. Yeah. Can you see? This is the resistance. Every time the price hit here, come down. And the good news is right now it's actually above. Okay, so based on momentum, I personally do see that this one got potential to go higher. Okay, this one got potential to go higher. I think one of the reason for this is also because of the share price. UMC is relatively low price. Okay, I'm not saying it's cheap, but I'm just saying that the price is low. Okay, I'm just saying that the price is low. So is this listed in US? Okay, okay. US to have a $12.50, quite rare. Okay, so based on momentum, based on TA, I think this is an entry opportunity. This is an entry opportunity. Wow, okay to make everybody more excited, I would say this is actually a buy. Okay, but again, do your own due diligence. Okay, this is purely based on technical analysis. I do see that this could continue to go up higher. Okay, thanks Eugene for sharing with us this company. And next, coming back to some of the question, like I said, okay, as usual, I always want to aim to close off this market watch by half an hour, but every time I overshot one. Now it's like 45 minutes. Okay, anyway, let's move on now. Okay, let's move on. Let's continue. Google, Amazon is equal to entry at current price. Okay. Okay, very quickly, and let me just go through. Google. Okay, actually, I should type alphabet lah. Alphabet. Okay, yeah. I think for Google, same thing it has always been going higher and higher and higher and there's no entry opportunity for me So for me is I will avoid and of course the share price is on a higher side. So again, it might be a little bit for me to use options on it. So that's why for me I also avoid Google. Same one thing to also take note is also on the upside. Because Google is really so huge, for Google to grow another 10%, 20% a year, I think it's really pretty amazing, okay, for a company of this scale. And which also means that the share price could kind of go up, like 10, 20% on a yearly basis, which for them is normal. But I think at 10 to 20%, I would actually look at companies that are potentially able to give me 40%, 50% growth or even more, so that the upside is smaller. So, I mean, as an investor, we have choice. I'm not saying that this is bad. I just feel that there are a lot other better opportunity for relatively higher profits lah in the market. I think same for Amazon. Okay, Amazon. In fact, Amazon very interesting. I have actually shared an opportunity for Amazon previously. I think when it was somewhere around here, I say that, hey, actually this is a good time to buy. I'm not sure how many of you entered lah. Okay, I know Jackson did. So anyway, like I said, I think last week in the community, I told them that, hey, the stock right now is at my resistant area. So if it's me, I will sell it away. If you are looking at short term, I will sell it away lah. If you're looking at long term, a couple of years, then you can just continue to leave it. I think you don't really need to care about this. Yeah. And you can see that, like I said, now it's here lah. So possibility it could continue to come down further and continue the sideways trend now. So this is for Amazon. What do you think of consumer defensive stock like DG, HD, TGT after it has climbed a lot for last few months? Yeah, I think the money has been flowing into all these consumer stocks lah, and they have already flew up quite a fair bit. So I don't see any entry opportunity, at least for now. You can see for HD, same. I personally will not enter. And again, like I said, the chart are not exactly the most beautiful one lah. Okay, it's like jump up fast. It's very irregular. So not the best kind of chart that I'll be looking at. Same for Target. Okay, Target has gone up a lot and then now it seems to be starting to come down. So I will not go personally for me. Okay, this one I will avoid at least for now lah. I don't see any entry also. Okay. Let's keep the question. Stop any new question. Not keep the question coming. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Is Google a good price? Okay, just now I already shared. So what are your thoughts on Alibaba recent price increase? No thoughts lah, not much thought lah. Just now I already shared my thought. Okay, so I think it has dropped quite a fair bit. So for it to recover slightly, I think it's pretty normal lah. Pretty normal. Roku tried to rally on 1st September but got sold down. Yeah, that's a very sad thing. Okay. So anyway, like I said lah, okay, the red color line is my support lah. Okay, the red color line is my support. So as you can see now, it's slightly below. So actually, I'm waiting for the next candle to confirm. Okay, I'm waiting for the next candle to confirm. If let's say, I think very good. Thanks for pointing out this question. If the next candle is another red candle, okay, wow, a bit too small. Okay, it's a red candle, and the candle should be red in color lah. Okay, then I would sell off. I have a position in this lah. Okay, I have position in this. So if the next candle is red, I will sell it off. But if the next candle is green in color and then it's slightly coming back up, here we are. You get where I'm coming lah. So basically, it's going back up lah. Okay, somewhere around here. Then I will continue to hold on to my position. Okay, I will continue to hold on to my position. As you can see, that it's not the first time that it kind of went below the EMA 200 line lah. But I'll probably just give it like 1 day to test it. Okay, so you can see this one day, then the next day bounce up again. So that's still okay. But if it continues to go down for the second day, then I will say it off. So thanks, Oswin, for asking this question. Very important. Okay, yeah. Usana can keep in watch list to buy on dip. Yeah. Thanks for sharing. What about Max N? Okay, Max N. This one. Oh, this is solar company. Okay. Pretty interesting. Okay, so one thing that I can see is that, okay, this one a little bit more speculative. I think first thing first, because this company is pretty new. Okay, 2021. How come this one should be 202? Okay, yeah. Correct. Yeah. This one is about 1 year old. This is a 1 year old company. Again, I think in terms of the industry, pretty interesting. This is in the solar industry. I believe they are doing solar related equipment. Okay. So at this current price, okay, based on TA, I think this is at a strong support lah. So, but having said that, again, I'm not familiar with this company. If let's say today I know that this is a solid company, and this is at a very strong support, right? I think that this is definitely a company that I will go in. Okay, but then I think I also don't want to go too in depth into the FA for this company lah. Okay, So again, I would say that for this new company, right, pretty much the number might not be that fantastic. You really have to go a little bit deeper to have an understanding on how the company is performing. Okay, so this one you need a little bit of a background or maybe some information on the company itself. If this is a solid company at this current price point, I think this is definitely a buy for me. BUY, BUY. Yes, UMC is chip manufacturer, is TSM's competitor. Yeah, correct. Okay. Okay, last few questions from Albert is Logi, which is Logitech, I believe. Logitech. Yeah, lor. So for Logitech, okay, you can see that why I don't really look at, I mean, at least for now, you can actually see that the price has gone beyond the EMA 200, right? So which also means that this one could continue to go down further. Okay, could continue to go down further. But for me, I'm not a fan of buying put. Okay, at least for this kind of relatively strong company. So I will not do anything. That's my personal take. Okay, that's my personal take. Paylee, for short-term trade based on support resistance, how long is your options expiry? 3 months. Okay, so this one maybe just to answer Paylee, go and watch our latest monthly insider video. Okay, our latest monthly insider video. I think it might not be uploaded yet. Once it's uploaded, go and watch it. Okay, I have actually given a more in-depth, not just the expiry, because you don't just look at expiry, you also have to look at some other factors. So this one you can watch the video for the insiders. Fastly will go higher and reach the highest point. I don't know. Let's see. Let's see. Fastly. Okay, at least for now, I what I only see is that it's still going down. Okay, what I see is it's still going down. So again, like I said, for Fastly, I would say that there's no entry signal. There's no entry signal. So for me, I will not do anything. Okay, for me, I will not do anything. I know a lot of people have been following these stocks. Fundamentally, you say people say it's undervalued. But the chart always, the chart will show you everything because the chart comprises of market psychology. Okay, market buying behavior. So if the chart shows no entry, then no entry. Okay, last question, which is on Zoom. Okay, Zoom. Hey, yes. So this one pretty interesting. Okay. Yeah, this one pretty interesting. In fact, just to share for Zoom, I actually entered over here. Okay, it went up. After that, it ding dong. Then again, for all the tech company, it came down again. And for Zoom, because of the earnings, it wasn't growing as fast as it was supposed to grow. And because of that, it has a pretty big drop. So I think fundamentally, I actually did a check on the valuation of this company again. Based on the new growth, right? I think it makes sense why the price actually dropped, because this company was kind of being hyped up a lot during the COVID. It's one of the, I would say, one of the stock that has benefited quite a lot because of COVID. And because of that, the share price has actually gone up a lot. So we have to understand human behavior also. I mean, maybe 1 year ago, I think Zoom is a must, but I think right now, a lot of people are using some other software. And I think Zoom, end of the day, you have to understand that it is just a one product thing. Okay, it's just a one product thing. If they don't come up with things to make it even more unique, if they don't actually work with, I know recently they actually wanted to buy over this company called FIV5, but I mean, we are still trying to see how they can actually expand and continue the growth that people expect Zoom to have. Based on the current growth rate, based on the current valuation, I also kind of agree that it's kind of overvalued still. So when I feel that the company is overvalued, I will also be a bit wary. And of course, based on the chart, actually it's a little bit hard to tell. So some people will say that, this is a support. But I would say that it's not strong enough. It is not strong enough. Okay. So for me, I will not do anything. I will not do anything, at least for now. Right. So how to watch the insider video? Okay. Yeah. So it will be uploaded. I think the latest one is still being edited. So those that are already edited, you can actually watch it inside our new Teachable for Insider. Okay. Yeah. Maybe Daniel, you can check inside our cafe bar. We will share more information about the Teachable platform over there. All right. So that I would say pretty much would sum up today's sharing. Okay, wow, share quite a lot of company. Okay, so if you have learned something from today, can you just type in 555? If you have learned something from today, can you just type in 555? 555, 555. So I'm not sure if y'all like this kind of format, but basically we just do Q&A and then I just share all kinds of things, or y'all prefer the more structured way of doing our market watch. Let me know if you prefer this kind of talk about anything. You can just type in 111. If you prefer the usual method where I go through the weekly opportunity, market update and also some new stuff, maybe you can type in 222. Let me know which one you prefer, 111 or 222. 111 is the current format today. 222 is the usual format that I usually do. Okay, Jason liked the today format, which is 111. And what about the rest? What about the rest? Which one do you all prefer, 111 or 222? Okay, both also good. 111 and 222. Rachel is 222. Teresa 111 222. Wow, okay. Well, suddenly all the 222 come out. Okay, alternate. That's also a great idea. Okay, both. Okay, yeah. Actually, I think you all are right lah. So maybe I should go back to my usual one, and then along the way, sometimes I will just do my special Ask Borwen anything. All right. So anyway, before I end off, okay, just a very important announcement. Okay, a little bit of an advertising. Okay, so for those of you who have actually joined me on my pre-launch, so I actually have an online course. For those of you who are totally new to investing, I have a $27 course online, okay, which is totally suitable for new investors. Okay, so 27 US dollar. What happened is that on the September 9, which is coming up in 4 more days, I have a super good deal. Okay, it's the 99 deal. Okay, I'm not going to release the information as in what is the price. Okay, but I can assure you that it's going to be super high value. If you ask me how much is the value, at least $1,000. Okay, but then the price is going to be super undervalued. So if you want to know what is this promo, okay, for those new investor, I would say even if you're a seasoned investor, okay, you can also go and enroll because it's super good deal. All right, we will be posting the promotion inside the UI Ultimate Investor SG Telegram. Okay, so if you are not inside our Telegram, okay, please do remember to join us. Okay, this is the link, t.me/Ultimate Investor SG. On the 9th of September, okay, we will release this promotion, and the promotion will only be valid for that day itself. Okay, so if you want to sign up, okay, for that particular promotion, okay, do make sure that you follow us on our Telegram. On the 9th of September, I will be sharing with all of you what is this promotion all about. Super good deal, literally a no-brainer deal. Okay, we just want to give back to all of you for following us on our Telegram for our market watch. So this is our small gift for all of you for the month of September. Right, so with that, okay, I just want to thank everyone for joining me this evening. Right, so again, my name is Borwen from Ultimate Investing. So we do this every Sunday at 9 p.m. So this is Market Watch episode 19. I'll see you next Sunday for Market Watch episode 20. So see you guys. Bye-bye.